I'm gonna try my best to do this video review in like 1, 2, or 3 takes, probably 2 or 3 because I have to open the figure. I don't want to do that on camera. But this is the S.H.Figuarts Dragon Ball Z Vegeta from Planet Namek. It's subtitled Older Style Battle Close. I don't know why they go with that. It just seems silly. It's like a 12-year-old titled it. They should have just said Planet Namek Armor or something simple like that. Why older style battle clothes? Not a big deal. Not, I know I sound like I'm complaining, but it just seems like a silly subtitle. Anyways, it's not a big deal. Just wanted to mention it. I would have named it differently. I don't know. Anyways, here's the front of the box. I love that we're getting this figure. That's cool. I love that we're getting this armor. I love seeing all the different attires and armors of all of the characters. So of course we're gonna get that when it comes to Vegeta and Goku. That's an obvious thing. As far as other characters, and I don't know, not so much, but we have gotten a good amount of Bulma, so that's surprising. Here's the backside. What's also cool about the figure is, I'll show you in a second, is that he comes with some battle damage and a face plate where he is like crying or sweating or just not having a good day, basically. Anyways, let's go ahead and crack this thing open. So this Vegeta's getting a lot of flack for having some very broad shoulders, and I do agree they seem pretty wide. They seem a little crazy. So I think what it is just how big his shoulder muscles are. They're just giant. So it makes it look even wider because of that. Like, look at that. But I don't know. I guess it depends on how you pose him. But yeah, I can't deny the fact that it's pretty wide. It's pretty broad. It's pretty crazy. But if you can overlook that, it's a nice figure for sure. Face plates are fantastic. They're making some of the best likenesses and faces for Vegeta lately. So I like that they're improving a lot on that. And speaking of that, we get a lot of them, a lot of variety. There's a total of 5 face plates, including the one that you see on the figure right now. All right, so his first face we have is pretty nice because he is crying. So I like this. I want to say this is the one when he is about to be killed by Frieza, and he starts talking about his sand pride and all this and that. So that's a nice scene that you can recreate. We also have this one here where he is kind of nervous and sweating. So we got some sweat details on there as well. We have an open mouth faceplate. Pretty standard stuff. And then we have this one here where he is kind of resting. And you could use this when he is sitting down next to Goku's medical machine when Goku is recovering in said machine during the Frieza saga, Namek saga, whatever you want to call it. We get some other cool things here with the figure too. As you can see, the figure comes with a fully clean armor, but we do get some alternate. Whoops, almost dropped. I did drop it actually. We get some alternate armor plates. So this is for his back. We have some battle damage, and if you remember correctly, this is after he recovered, of course, and I think got brought back to life if I remember correctly. He had Krillin kill him on purpose so he can get stronger, because Saiyans get stronger as they get dealt damage. So here is Dende is the one that brought him back to life, I think, if I remember correctly. But he had Krillin blast him, and there is the aftermath of it with him recovered, obviously. So some torn up armor is cool. I like that they're getting more creative. They're adding some more things like the battle damage armors, and also like the crying face. Like, that's just fantastic stuff. They never used to do that before. Oh, there's also this upper part. I'm gonna put this on the figure so you can see it, of course. We get the crossed arms, again, used to recreate the scene where he is sitting down resting by the medical not time chamber, geez, the medical chamber or medical machine, whatever you want to call it. There is a pair of fists. We have standard hands. Again, we're going to expect these open hands here. We have our grabby hands like always. And then we have our Vegeta blasting hands here. We always do get these too. So if you want to open up the chest plate and get it removed, is fairly easy. You just kind of just like pry it here. You get to see all the insides of the figure. That's pretty cool. Let's try to get the camera moved up a little bit here. And then let's try to, I think we gotta go, maybe, does it all come apart? Yeah, I think it does. So I'm gonna try to do this all on camera and see how it goes. Okay, so this front part goes off like that. There is a little peg hole base part. This back part should come off too. And also this part right here. Yep. All right, so this is what it looks like once you get it all removed. There we go. There's the back part. You can kind of see how everything attaches to each other inside of there. Maybe that's why it's so broad and wide. I don't know. They have some space in there to move the shoulders inside. I'm sure a customizer is going to get in there and do something. But yeah, you get to see all the space in there. All right, so the first part we're going to put is the back. So we'll put the back here. Actually, I should have put the bottom part first. Let me see if I can slide it in there. Yep, right here. This should be the back. Yep. All right, so there's the back part complete. So you can crunch them forward and, can you focus? There you go. You can crunch them forward and it'll still continue on, and you can have them normal. You can still see it. It doesn't break the illusion. Let's go ahead and put the front plates. We are going to have this one first. Let's do this one first. Like that. And then we have the front armor. And there is the front once you complete it. And then here is the back right there. So that's cool. Let's go ahead and stand him up. His head's a little on the loose side. I don't like that. I know he's got a nice big head. It's Vegeta, but at this point, I don't know what's going on with that. It's a little loose for my liking. The hinge is not holding it as much as I would like it to. So how are you going to display this figure? You're going to have battle damage. You do have some options here. That's what's fun about this release. You get options of how to display. They're doing that a lot with a lot of their releases. It's very cool. And if you're somebody that has a difficulty in deciding which way to display a figure, sometimes I go through that. You end up getting multiples just to display them in both ways. I did that with King Cold. So I don't know, man. I don't think I'm going to do that with this one, but you never know. You know, if I ever see this thing on clearance or on sale, if ever, I'll pick them up again. Why not? It's a nice figure. It's a unique armor that we probably won't get a 2.0 of ever. Not sure we'll ever get an exclusive of, but never say never, right? There he is standing all the way up. Man, he looks pretty cool, I must say. I like it quite a bit. As you can imagine, articulation is going to be pretty standard. Let's go ahead and zoom out a little. Like that. All right. And then we have a hinged head and neck, so you can look all the way up. He looks down, left and right. Head tilting. Arms are going to go all the way around. In and out. We have a butterfly joint at the shoulder. So that, man, if you utilize this, you're going to have some super wide shoulders now. Anyways, we have a bicep swivel. If I can get this shoulder back in place. Bicep swivel, double jointed elbows, ball jointed hinged wrist, diaphragm joint at the torso. He doesn't, I was just going to say he doesn't clench forward too much. You can see you can pop him off. I was trying to clench him forward. He clenches back more than anything. I clenched him forward earlier though. Why isn't he clenching forward now? It's pretty... Maybe it's because of this armor piece. This armor piece is much bigger now, and it's preventing it from clenching forward. So that's interesting. If I take this armor piece off, this abdominal one, and put the original one, I think it's going to allow for more movement. Or no, it's not that. Interesting. I think, let's see if it's the top armor piece then. Because it was moving just fine. Where's the other one? I don't think it's this either, but we're going to try on camera and see what's causing this not to crunch forward. Actually, without it, it's not crunching forward. So I'm not too sure what's causing it not to crunch forward now. Maybe it is, let's see. No, now this whole figure's falling apart now. I mean, S.H.Figuarts figures can fall apart like that. They're all ball jointed, but they shouldn't be that easy. Anyways, interesting. remember earlier in the video when I literally stretched forward and it was like this? Why isn't it doing it now? Because it's not any of the plates, I can tell you that much. I had both of these plates on last time. It's kind of bugging me right now. What the heck did I do different? Anyways, I'm gonna just carry on here, I guess. Interesting, very interesting. All right, let's put them back together because I thought I was onto something and I was not. Actually, I have to take this off and put this one back on. All right, where were we? We were at the ab crunch that is non-existent now. I don't know why, or the diaphragm joint. All right, he goes back a lot more than anything. It does swivel at the waist. We get our groin, leg joints forward and back, in and out, thigh swivel, double jointed knees, and then we have an ankle hinge forward and back, swivel, and a rocker at the foot, along with a toe hinge. Again, articulation, I don't know why I feel the need to go through it anymore, but it's almost like a standard in reviews, so you have to. But they're pretty much the same. We're not at the point where like, oh look, this is brand new articulation. Like sometimes we'll change the groin, and that's about it. But for the most part, we're pointing out the same things in every figure. I don't like the loose head, man. Like it's like getting looser as I mess around with them, which is not a good thing. This is freshly out the box, so this is pointing out, what factory is this from? Because I remember the Vietnam factory having issues all the time, and it is indeed the Vietnam factory. Okay, I don't know why they haven't fixed their issues, but remember Figuarts Dragon Ball Z, they come from China factory and Vietnam factory, and the Vietnam ones always tend to have some loose joints, and it drives me insane. Anyways, this video is going to be a lot longer than I expected. I don't know why I keep talking so much, but it's been a while since I've done a video review. This is my first time back in a long time. I'm just kind of winging it. I'm not really having any type of plan or anything like that. This video might get see how messy this is. I just dropped something. This video might get 5 views. Who cares? Who knows? And it might get 100 views, or it might get nothing or more. Or I don't know. I'm just going with the flow. Today's a Saturday. I'm feeling in the mood to review this guy because I've had him for like a week. And I just realized he's not focused. This is a mess. I've had him for like a week, and I just decided to open him today that I'm off of work finally. And I'm like, you know what? I'm going to make a video review. Why not? Why not? Let's do one more thing here. Let's put him in the crossed arm posed with the sleeping face. So let's back him up here. This angle, I was trying this angle out here. I don't like it. I'm probably not going to do this angle again. I might re-record this video. Who knows at this point. It's pretty not to my standard. Honestly, I know I wanted to do this one take, but it's going to be a long video. I don't want to do that. So I will say that it is very difficult to put on the crossed arms on this figure for whatever reason. But the reason why the arm popped off earlier so easily is because I don't know why I thought that when you put the crossed arms, actually I know exactly why I thought that. All the older releases used to come apart at the bicep, so you would attach the crossed arms to the shoulder, but this time around the whole entire arm comes off along with the shoulder. So now the figure actually looks a little better in a way because it's not so, the shoulders aren't so broad and so wide and so massive that it looks a little bit more natural now. It doesn't look ridiculous. So I think that kind of helps it a little bit. Anyways, he lays down kind of like this. I don't know exactly how he was. Something like this by the medical chamber. And I don't have that yet. I think that's actually releasing this month or pretty soon. So we'll see that pretty soon. But here he is in a rough pose. Him taking a rest, taking a nap. And I think this looks a lot better. And this is a cool scene from the show that we all remember, right? And this is right before they all summon Porunga without his consent. Basically, take the Dragon Balls that they were stashing. And then he wakes up after that and gets pretty upset. But anyways, there it is. I've decided not to redo this review. You know, it is what it is at this point. When I take time to actually put a lot of effort and care into a review, and it takes hours and hours upon hours of editing and hours of video taping and all that. Sometimes you don't get the results you want. So you know what? Screw it. I'm just gonna do it this way, and it's probably gonna be the same result. So that's what we're gonna do. It is what it is. Not that I'm not trying to be negative attitude or a negative mentality, but it's just how I feel right now. I'm just gonna go with the flow, you know. Anyways, there it is. There's Vegeta sitting down, chilling, and that's my review. Whether you like it or not, take it or leave it. I love the figure. It has its issues for sure. If I could speak correctly, I wouldn't have to cut this video so much. But one day I'll make a full uncutted, one take video, and it will be good. Anyways, today's not the day. So we are going to cut the video right here. Well, hopefully you still enjoyed the video for what it is and the figure for what it is, because it's actually pretty good. I know it seemed like it was falling apart, and it seems like it could be better. Everything could be better, I will say. Wish the head wasn't so loose, but I do like the way it looks like that too, sitting down with the crossed arms. Although in the scene, if you want to be scene accurate, I don't believe he crossed his arms, at least very long. Maybe he did. I don't know. I gotta rewatch it. I think he was just chilling there. Anyways, it's not that serious. He looks great like that. Once you have the medical chamber and him laying next to it like that, it's gonna look fantastic. So it is what it is. It doesn't need to be pinpoint accurate, although I like to try to get as accurate as possible. So I guess I'm kind of contradicting that statement there a little bit. But let me know your thoughts on the figure down below. If you like it or not, if you like the video or not. If you don't, it's okay. If you do, thank you, man. I appreciate it. I'll try to put out some more videos. Not this long though. I'm gonna end up having to edit this anyways because it's too long. So one day I'll do it without editing. That'd be nice. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed. Leave a like, comment, subscribe. I'll catch you guys on the next one.